Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, four nerds by nerds, hanging out with a couple of nerds today, and we will be playing Marvel Phase Rip, the superheroes RPG from the '80s. It is pretty much, you can find it online for free now. It was actually cool when we had Travis on from WebDM, and he actually had the books. He had all the books, the advanced set and the Ultimate Powers book. He didn't have the basic yellow though. But I was like,
did
wow.
you get his address? Because I can always get them for us.
Nice. There's Asbury Roots coming out. Asbury Park Roots coming out.
I should be so insulted. All right, turn it over to me.
All right, I'm turning it over to you.
Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and I'm here with some totally awesome people. I've got web editor Doug. He's just kind of like a jack of all trades, like I'm a jackass of all trades. Guy's got everything going on over here. We got Megan, and she is. How many books do you have out, for crying out loud? Like 14?
No, 6.
Six? Okay, 6, close enough. A derivative thereof. So, like 6 novels out. Holy crap! And then Dave, we just found this guy on the side of the road. Gigantic freaking D&D 5th edition channel that expands into all sorts of other avenues. I think you heard it, called Nerdarchy. You might be there right now. Anyway, guys, we're going to kick some butt. We're going to take some names. I hope you got your vaccine shots and your passports, because things are about to get really hairy. Okay, so when we left off, these knuckleheads found themselves in front of 8 like 16-story tall buildings works, and a portal opens up outside of a space station not too far away, a huge space station. And all of a sudden, Unicron from the Transformers the movie, which one? Michael Bay wasn't involved, that one, just comes running out and just, whoa. So yeah, you hear the Orson Welles voice as it comes out, and yeah, it's scary. Okay.
Yeah, you're kind of boned when the planet has pincers.
Say it again.
The planet has a mandible, like pincers.
I thought you said dentures.
Oh,
dentures,
big,
yeah.
gigantic chompers.
He might have dentures by now. That was a while ago.
So this isn't even like post-movie Unicron where he's like all blown up. This is like full-on, full bore.
Well, remember, I go by the comic books. So technically, Unicron is still around and is considered the god of evil, the god of chaos.
Oh, really?
The Transformers universe.
I did not know that. Trivia? Did you know that with your trivial knowledge?
No, unfortunately did not.
I think the first thing I would do is turn to Mr. Cyber and be like, what did you do, Bill? Like, did you bring him here?
Yes. I'm starting to regret it.
What were you thinking, man? And do you know, like, this goes back like 30 years, right? That's when I remember watching the original Transformers movie. Now it's bad enough you have to bring this menace here, but now you just made me feel really freaking old.
but
yeah,
Mr. Cyber did do something else awesome too. He brought us here.
That's true.
To be eaten by a giant planet.
Maybe if it had been weeks ago, we would have been eaten by a giant planet, but look at us now.
We got the touch.
But
we got the power.
We do not have the
Matrix of power.
Yes, we do not have the Matrix. That would be useful. Hey, can you ring that? Can you make a Matrix out of the ring?
Where's Rodimus Prime when you need him?
You would have to know, in general, more than just in general. You'd have to have a facsimile of it in order to replicate it.
Yeah.
So he appears. Does he say anything?
I wonder if she can make it good enough to trick him. We could
try the universal greeting. Start there.
Ba weep grana weep ninny bomb.
Weep ninny bomb.
And great. Now there is a
Doug Nelson and the Junkions are here. You could dare to be stupid. Weird Al Yankovic.
That's right.
Oh, you should totally attack him with Sharktacons. That would be so great. I want to ring now.
We could start there.
The voyeur. He's Eldritch Machina. Nice.
So, he's here, and apparently, like, he eats planets. So that could be bad.
Well, there is some entity in this iteration of this fictional universe who might feel like that's stepping on their toes. Maybe we could find a way to call that person.
Well, you got a mother box, right? Can't you like send a message with that or broom tube over here?
I do have the amazing power to duplicate any power with it. How do you summon Galactus?
As
this
if
is smart.
Unicron wasn't bad enough. Now he's Unicron and Galactus.
Yeah, but that's his shtick, man. He might be like, "Hey, I'm the eater of planets around here."
Best case scenario. We wait for them to fight each other, and one of them is slightly more tuckered out than usual, and then we have to figure out how to beat that one.
Exactly.
Yes.
Worst case scenario, they decide to team up and kick our butts.
Yeah, that's true.
So Jeremiah has a great idea. While we're at it, why not the anti-monitor as well?
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
Well, he destroys he actually destroys the entire reality layer of the multiverse.
So,
when Nox shows up, he can play his Raptor.
I will attempt to communicate with Unicron. Oh, maybe
Okay.
he needs a herald.
Say that again, Harold?
Maybe he needs a herald.
Yeah, maybe he needs a herald. We can give him.
Yeah, is Galvatron and the Sweeps and Cyclonus around?
They are not.
Okay, then that's good because they were badass. I did not want to fight them too.
Leonard Nimoy's voice.
Yeah.
I serve no one.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to totally plant myself between the Earth and Unicron and put the hammer out and be like, "You can't have this world."
The Earth is fairly far off. It's barely within sight, but yeah. It's far enough away that you can see it, but not the moon. But okay. Yeah, you could breathe outside space. So you could walk outside the space station and do that. Absolutely.
I am absolutely. Hey, can I use the universal hammer to make myself grow?
Universal Hammer does not actually do that.
It's got like cosmic powers.
True. That would be cool. That's a good idea. I've never
I'm gonna
actually
do it as a
seen...
power stunt.
Okay, you know what? Why not?
I got,
ahead.
I got
that's,
1,000 karma here that I'm willing to just blow on that.
See, because you can already grow. You're going to try and use that to double grow. We're both at about incredible 40. I can make that at about Monster 75. How tall is Monster 75 height? It's actually not that darn tall. Jeez. I'm going to say it's 40 feet tall. It's still not the 100 feet of like, let's say, it would probably be about as tall as Brawn. Remember Brawn from the Transformers?
No.
Oh, he's my favorite Transformer. Him and Omega Supreme are my two favorite ones. Brawn.
Omega Supreme is cool.
He's the third strongest of the original first generation Transformers.
He was 40 feet tall. I don't think he was 40 feet tall.
He was only about 40 feet tall. Optimus Prime would be about 100.
Really? I didn't think they were that big.
Oh yeah, they're pretty big.
All right. Well, I'll take 40 feet. That's way better than 12 feet.
Break off the back of a Peterbilt truck, stand it up top, put a head on top. That's freaking tall.
Well, true, but it's not the tractor trailer. It's
Maybe
only,
they weren't.
only the cab.
If I came in here expecting that you guys wouldn't debate something about Transformers, I was sorely wrong.
yes, you were. Well, all right. So now there is a 40-foot tall bulwark standing in his way. Which is
a giant hammer,
yeah,
crackling with energy.
Pretty insignificant next to a
And you try to roll bluff against the planet. Roll intimidation.
Skills aren't my best thing.
Okay, 2 more characters in this game. What are you guys going to do?
Megan, are you able to contact the Green Lantern Corps through your ring? And Bill, can we use this station to try and amplify a signal to contact like the Nova Corps or anybody? Because this looks like one hell of a fight on our hands.
10 karma each idea. Each of those 2 ideas. Yeah, absolutely. Cyber can jump right on that and start pointing towards. There is actually no Nova Core currently in the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all been
Got an
destroyed.
ultimate nullifier around here?
No, just lying around. Sure, the back compartment.
It's in this junk drawer here somewhere.
I'll give you the password to open that glove compartment box. But the R2 Nova is currently in existence. Richard Ryder and Sam Alexander. So
It's something.
And they're on Earth. That's easy enough to do.
I mean, they're used to handling cosmic threats. Norrin Rad's probably off with that Earth chick somewhere. I forget her name. What is her name?
All right, let's disable this
which Earth?
embargo and see what we can do.
All right.
I think we got him right where we want him.
Okay, yeah. If you want to, Megan, if you want to summon the Green Lantern Corps and put out a green alert. Anyway, tried too hard on that one. Then by all means, and then yeah, Cyber can put out a signal towards Earth saying help. Seriously, cosmic level threat beyond Omega level.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, what, you want me to attack first?
Well, I mean, like, am I rolling to put this call out, or is this just something that passively happens?
No, passively, just automatic
Oh.
gun, you know.
Well, if you're looking for an action
Right,
while Dave's taking him on head on, I guess I would probably go inside. I mean, knowing like, well, that's how they beat him in the movie. So I'll see what I can get what trouble I can get up to inside this thing.
Okay. This station is fully armed.
What is
Who's got that?
Sorry about
Is that Dave?
it. Is.
It's battle
I was
music.
trying to look. It is battle music for sure. I was trying to look something up, and there was an ad on it.
Just don't get in trouble. Don't get copyright stricken.
I don't think it was long enough. So I guess we're going inside.
Gonzalez is suggesting making a black hole inside of Unicron. Oh yeah, I'm sure that's the big thing that General Electric usually thinks of. Fraginator, welcome.
Yeah.
Attention.
Let's try some other stuff first.
Lavoyer has a good idea. Just unplug him.
Well, I mean, is he powered by Energon? I mean, as I recall, there was like a little like actual factories processing it in him. So we could try to disrupt that. In fact, Megan's energy detection powers might be able to zero in on where that might be inside of him.
There are no bullets inside of him.
Come with you.
Okay. So Dave stands outside. He's screaming in space. I'll say.
Hold him off, Dave. We'll see who will work.
I'll say that you're screaming it in light because light has its own waves.
He's making word bubbles.
Sound doesn't.
Well, I just gotta say that, I mean, for a guy named Bulwark to culminate, you're actually the bulwark between this thing and the Earth. Pretty awesome.
That's pretty epic.
That is
Doesn't get much more epic than that.
I'll give you inspiration.
Nice. Hey,
okay, so Doug, you're planning on going inside.
Sure.
He goes.
Probably not through his mouth.
These guys are like guys in the chat. Are these guys not scared or what? It's like it's
yeah, man, it's terrifying. Red Lanterns. We went from muggers to Kree soldiers, and now like planet killers.
Yeah, it feels like there was no in between.
Yeah. We didn't even get to have a shopping episode with this Inhumans credit card.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you get the toy.
We can hit the retail for therapy after.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My character and me as a player are a little intimidating.
So, where are you going to try and enter him?
Let's see. I mean, he's really big. Shut up. You guys are sick.
Ooh, Joshua, good idea.
Well, let's see.
It'd be so much easier if he wasn't in plant mode.
Yeah, he's in like. Is he in planet mode or like humanoid?
He's in planet mode. He's
Oh,
absolutely in planet mode.
God, I don't know. I mean, I guess he's big enough where I would kind of like fly around and see if there's a smaller opening than the giant thing where the beam comes out and eats planets from. That would be my.
Megan looks for weaknesses and finds a single ventilation shaft that goes all the way to
It goes
the core.
straight to the core. Yeah.
No.
Well, we found it.
You
Case closed.
You guys could absolutely find a ventilation port that you could absolutely go into, turning into electricity.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Motherbacks.
And you're
Keep me
so
safe.
insignificant that he doesn't even acknowledge your existence.
Okay, so I finally found what I was looking for.
Okay.
Okay.
So monstrous strength or monstrous growth would be like 82 feet tall.
Done.
Because
Okay,
it's
so
like
you're
15 times your height.
okay. So I'll say an even 85 since you're monstrous 80.
Just for comparison, then, in Unicron's planet mode, it is about 30,000 kilometers diameter.
Nice. So I'm still a speck next to him. It looks more impressive anyway.
Yeah.
30,000 kilometers
Yeah.
in diameter. The Earth is 20. I'm trying to remember now. I know it in miles.
He's a quarter the size of Saturn.
10, 20, 30, 40. Is it 40,000 miles in diameter?
Yeah, but how many areas?
Okay, yeah, so he is much bigger than Earth. Yeah, okay, because you're describing that. I'm like, dude, that is way bigger than Earth. Holy
Well, he
crap.
eats planets. He's got to be big.
Well, according to
but
this,
like the moons
Cybertron
of-
is said to be around the size of Saturn, and Unicron is about the quarter of the size of Cybertron.
See, I'm going by the cartoons, okay? In the cartoons, when they had completely belying science, Cybertron and Earth were about to touch. They were both approximately the same size, but Unicron came up to one of the moons of, or both of the moons of, two of the moons of Cybertron, and they were about the same size, trying to eat them. So,
It's whatever space the artist has to work with.
Yeah.
so okay, quarter the size of
Which one
Saturn.
of these
That works.
options makes us less screwed?
Okay, Megan, what are you doing at this point?
I am looking at Mr. Cyber and going, hey, do you want to convert a space station into a giant robot?
Who doesn't?
Yeah, that's pretty much the response that Cyber would give. Dude, I feel like I've been waiting for someone to say that to me my entire life.
Why don't you guys turn it into power armor for me instead? That'd be way cooler.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Bulwark mech? Holy crap.
Let's do it.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I manifest robots to aid us in our work so that we have more hands than just ours.
Done. Absolutely. Okay, so this fully armed space station will be able to transform into a freaking super robot. Okay.
And this is what I do in order to delay Unicron. I start going because nobody can do anything until that sound is over.
Just keep it up.
I don't know how long I can hold out the guy.
Yeah, make an endurance feat.
Some of these guys are coming up with really good ideas in the chat. Okay. Doug, you are currently inside.
Okay.
Megan, you can make a couple of rolls. Make me 3 reason rolls, please.
All right.
And I wonder if Motherback's ability to detect life would.
Actually, it wouldn't be a fail. It would just been regular green. Okay. To detect life, yes, you utilize it, and you do detect that this planet is alive but different. It's artificial intelligence.
Okay, then I guess I would want to search for the source of that, and also say, Meatherbacks, I'm really going to be relying on your danger sense while I'm in here, because I have a feeling I'm in extreme danger right now.
I will do,
All right.
General Electric.
All right, and I'll do my best to protect you, Motherbacks.
It just goes
Nice,
danger,
Motherbacks.
danger, danger.
It's like, you're effed.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the exact same
Flies
thing.
away.
Effed this way, effed that way, screwed that way. Oh, you
Yeah.
are just royally screwed, blued, and tattooed that way. Do you prefer a fiery death?
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay, so, you are inside, and detecting life inside of this living planet would be kind of like detecting life inside of a human.
Hmm.
It's kind of everywhere.
Okay.
So, trying to find a power source, there are multiple. It's kind of like you look at the Stegosaurus. It's got a nerve cluster in the back of its ears, basically. It is much more advanced than that. I'm going by older data, but nonetheless,
Sure.
it's not necessarily an extra brain, but since it is a nerve cluster, and certain other beasts like the brontosaurus, there is no such thing as a brontosaurus anymore.
Really?
So, yeah, believe it or not, can you believe that? Other giant, like a plesiosaurus. There we go, plesiosaurus. They've actually got two nerve clusters besides its brain. So yeah, what the heck was that, Megs?
Plesiosaurus creep me out.
Oh, sorry.
So I guess I would kind
Anyway,
of
yeah.
reason that, like, well, I'm probably not going to be able to, like, totally disable this thing with, like, one shot. So if they're fighting it outside, maybe if I can just start weakening it, like, oh, if I, like, take out one little thing, it might help them somehow. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking to, like, one shot this thing. It's like,
Can you give it a
if I,
virus?
what's that?
Oh, what about the technovirus?
Motherbacks, is that something you might be able to infect his electronic systems with your duplication power?
Are you looking at Cable's technovirus? The techno-organic virus?
Yes.
Okay.
Then he might just turn into that Magus guy.
Well, Warlock was a living
Yeah,
technovirus.
wasn't his father named Magus? He was like a big bearded version of that.
Not Adam Warlock. Warlock from the
I
the
know.
new human New
Yeah.
Mutants.
I know,
No,
like the
that's
yellow and black guy.
yeah, no. Adam Warlock. The Magus is the evil version of Adam Warlock. So, oh, you're looking for his father itself. It's funny that they're both named similarly.
Yeah.
Jeez, and I never think about him.
The
Yeah,
Technarchy.
technically, he is really freaking huge too.
Yeah, he was a
Since you don't
danger
have
too, though.
future-
I don't think I'd want to do that. I'm afraid that might actually like make him more powerful.
Since you don't have future precognition, that's a big one. But it's up to you.
But I do have my initial power of meta knowledge.
Oh, you
Sure.
do. Rust monsters. Can you start summoning rust monsters?
My God.
Crap, the bane of all player characters. Could you imagine if you actually destroyed Unicron with a rust monster? just a horde, just like a big
It's gonna
farmer.
take more than one rust monster, and we're gonna need to find a way to make them survive space.
And no, one rust monster, but make him giant sized. A giant rust monster.
Well, we'll see if it comes to that. I guess for the meantime, I will just look for small areas that might be controlling various systems and start effing them up while they're doing whatever they're doing outside.
Oozes, man. Start hitting them with the oozes.
I don't want to metagame by using your idea, but if I think of something that comes, it's just me as a player. Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to take about 7 rounds to start seeing any kind of results, Megan.
That's perfectly fine.
Bulwark. Bulwark. While you're up there and you're like threatening and waving the hammer around it at 85 feet tall against a freaking planet, a giant metal planet with giant mandibles coming out the top and chopping. What do you call it? Behind you, you start noticing blips kind of coming closer. You realize it's the Earth's heroes. And since we've got that warp open, it's what do you call it? Marvel and DC heroes. And even many villains joining up, realizing a much larger battle at play here. So whoever is closest, whoever wants to take up the leadership position. Oh, also, Dave, 20 card points for the shirt.
Dave, take up. Man, that'd be pretty sweet.
Oh,
lead
you
the
also
legions.
Doug, Star Wars is technically a Marvel comic right now. So, what do you call it? Megan, what's yours? Nothing?
Oh, no, I have cats on my shirt.
Okay, yeah.
Catwoman's a character.
Catwoman is a character. Black Cat's a character. I always confuse those two when I make my Batman videos. I'm like, yeah, so Black Cat was choice, and people are always like, dude, it's not Black Cat. So, okay.
Catman.
Catman is cool. Wildcat is cooler. Bronze Tiger is coolest. Okay, so what do you guys? Yeah, any heroes that you want, you've pretty much got access to.
Oh wow, Dave, you can have your beloved Alpha Flight.
Someone should Nova Blast him. Where's Human Torch at when you need him?
He's there.
Well, I don't know if you can Nova Blast in space.
Over there representing the bi part of the community.
He actually somebody's got a little something. He comes flying up. Just got him recently. I'm coming to save the day. Look at my fiery butt. Anyway, so yeah, absolutely. With his unstable molecules, he's able to generate a Nova Blast in space, but it's going to weaken him. All of his abilities and his endurance are going to be at 4/4 for 10 rounds. 10 rounds plus 1d10 rounds afterwards.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's the most useful thing he could do anyway.
He's just fictional anyway.
If he dies,
Wink.
he dies.
They don't use him in the comics anyway. Thanks, Fox. Sorry, Fox. Didn't mean to.
I want to just let rip with a sustained cosmic blast from the hammer, from the rod.
Done. In fact, Henry Pym, you know what? Let's have some real fun with this. Hank Pym is going to show up next to you. Now, he is Ultron, and you look at him, and you are genuinely terrified because he's half Ultron, half Hank Pym. It's a really frightening image to look at. Yeah, his visage is terrifying. He doesn't have to roll to intimidate. And he grows to your height, and he looks at you, and he says, would you like some assist with that? And he touches you. You do kind of retract a little bit. He smiles, which is even more terrifying, and he's going to cause you to grow to, if you choose, he can have you grow up into macroverse size, which means that you would be like, this universe would be like a complex molecule, a complex chain of molecules to you.
Well, I don't think
So
that'll get me out of harm's way, I think, but that won't be useful. So I'll go just before that.
Done. So you can absolutely grow to be his size.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Well, in that case, I just want to tap him with the hammer and be like, hey, come out of there.
He just taps with the hammer. He's got a free shot. He's just going to tap with the hammer. Okay.
Yeah, I want to wrestle him, but you can't wrestle a planet.
Done. So he stops and he says, if this be your wish, then this be how you choose to die.
Now I blast him.
He starts coming out. The big hand, like the big top part comes out, and then the hand just comes out with the claws on the end. And then the head kind of moves forward, and the eyes.
I'm probably inside like, ah! There's things like...
Yeah, exactly. You're inside. Ears start moving. You're like, okay, turning electrical. Man, synapses start flying, and just wow. And he turns to full form, and yeah, you're meeting him eye to eye, and he is scary. Like the big horn crown on his head, the giant shoulder spikes on his shoulders.
Yeah. And he have like wing kind of things.
Yes, he's got the giant wings that come out. They look like undead dragon wings.
Yeah.
And absolutely, he's going to go for a grapple. And he's in the your abilities. I'm gonna say that your strength, your fighting is gonna increase by +5 column shifts, and excuse me, not your endurance, but your strength will increase by 7 column shifts. Would you roll a 0-1?
Oh, man, no, I rolled a 68.
Okay.
So he's grappling, right? So that's to escape.
Yeah, or just meet his grapple so that he's not pushing you around. Anything.
Yeah, so that's definitely that's a yellow. So that's definitely going to be a yellow. What did you say? +7?
Yes.
That's going to be ridiculous because I am pretty strong.
Yeah, you're a monster 75 strength. What's +7 to that? I believe it's
Class 5,000.
5,000. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's okay. So is his.
I think is that a red? It's like almost a red. We're actually just not going to be able to do anything to each other. That is red.
That's entirely true. Plus, he has a lot more hit points than you.
Well, that's all right, but I got help.
You got a lot of help.
But we're not even that far in. I think by the end, if we don't see a mullet-haired, white jumpsuited guy in the living tribunal, I'm going to be disappointed.
Oxford, comma. Attacked
Oxford, comma,
Unicron with a massive energy blast and rolled a 100.
Get the heck out. Okay.
So if he went to grab me, that's a reversal.
Okay. So so he just goes to like grab your shoulders, and you're gonna like drop his hands down and grab onto his shoulders.
Give me a half,
totally
give him a
slip
Nelson.
behind him and put him in the full Nelson.
Yep, I was just
okay.
picturing that. Like,
nice. Okay, Dud. So he's all up like this, like, what the hell? All right, I'm gonna have some fun with this. Okay, he's in the red, so he's gonna turn this around and put you in a front face lock.
oh my god. We're having WWE in space with planet-sized wrestlers.
Yeah. So I actually think because of my skills, I would be in the beyond category.
Can I manifest a folding chair for Dave?
Oh my god, that is awesome.
Yes, Megan, you absolutely may.
I manifest a folding chair for Dave.
Dave,
I feel this may not be as effective as my hammer. I will use the folding chair. That is a 94.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, you now have a giant green glowing folding chair that when you retract it from his face, it's got his imprint of his visage in
Getting
it.
all Tom and Jerry up in here.
What in Primus's name is this? He's gonna go to just deck you in the face. Oh my god.
Dude, make a giant.
This is meta knowledge. Heroes never
ring.
die in a comedy.
This is great.
Make a giant ring, Megan. Like a wrestling ring. A squared circle.
Okay, that's a lot of power to make something that big. Like you're talking about from.
Yeah.
We'll get the living tribunal up in here to referee.
I need to have my robots keep going, unfortunately, because
I think
that's
we'd be better off having the in-betweener doing refereeing. He's already got the colors for it.
Yeah, there you go. He's impartial.
Oh my god. Okay, so he takes some serious fire damage from yes, Joshua, it is Unicron. What do you call it? You have Oxford Comma was able to blast him. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it does cause not just a browning of his armor, but with that perfect roll, it actually seeps into through the armor, like passing through the first 2 layers of the epidermis. So he's definitely got a little wound there that other characters can and do start jumping on and taking advantage of. Like Wolverine, Old Man Logan, and Laura Kinney are down there just hacking and slashing and trying to make the hole as big as they possibly can. The Hulk jumps on there and he starts ripping at it, pulling the metal back as much as he can.
That's totally awesome.
Is technically leading a charge inside of Unicron. I'm going to say it's his left shoulder in the back a little bit, so as to avoid getting decked with the rings, with the steel ring steps. Oh man. Okay, and at this point, we start seeing some actual action. The there are legs available for the space station. Okay, Doug, inside. Anybody who is in the chat, you have, I'm going to say, remarkable 30 fighting, agility, strength, and endurance. You don't really need the endurance for anti-defense systems. Any standard like tentacles, giant vice grips, big crab claws, little lasers that come out and fire. Like, basically, you are the white blood cells of Unicron at this point. So in the chat, you may begin in between. I just typed now after yes, you're the antibodies, Jeremiah. So in between that now that I just typed in there and the next now, that is where you'll be able to attack. Missingo? I don't know what that is. Okay, so so what Doug, what are you heading towards?
Let's see. I guess I would head towards the nearest source of, like you said, like nerve cluster energy. And my goal, this duplication power is really fascinating me, so I'm really trying to think here. I guess my goal would be to not destroy it, but I like that idea of kind of like infecting it with a sort of something that might spread out from there and like start affecting like his larger form and maybe like freeze it up parts of it or something just to slow him down. So maybe some kind of, I don't know, power drain. Can I like start to like drain his power into the mother, like using the mother backs as like a conduit and like suck it away?
Absolutely, you may. In fact, I'm going to say that Ty is there.
Oh, hey Ty! You're not a Red Lantern. Don't vomit red energy on me.
He has learned how to control it.
All right. Instead, vomit it on these guys attacking us, and use your magic and all that other stuff. And he's got a sword too, sucker.
He does, an Uru sword. That thing's cut through whatever.
That's right.
All right, so he's going to show up, and he's got his magical absorption ability, which he can easily reutilize that to absorb the energy that because it's like a living energy that Unicron has. So he can start absorbing that, and you can try to redirect it as much as you can. So
I don't see anybody attacking me either.
well then, attack Batman. 30-second Chris attacks Batman. Oh my god.
Good. They're more interested in fighting their own known heroes than me.
Good. Okay, so
obscurity field.
Yeah. I'm out.
Shazam Batman gets attacked. That's awesome. Oh yeah, Bulwark is not inside Lavoyer. Sorry, Bird. Yeah, Fragginator. Sorry, he's not inside. So you can redirect that to somebody else if you want. Any of the heroes that you choose, but only heroes that actually went inside. So most of the Marvel Universe characters, the DC Universe characters, including the Green Lantern Corps, have gone inside. Most of the Green Lantern Corps are actually outside. You see a lot of these guys out there. Wow, green energy rings blasting everywhere. Lights of all different colors on the spectrum. All right, so Megan, at this point, you've got the arms working. All you need at this point is the head. So, what exactly do you want?
Oh, I thought we were doing like power armor for Dave.
You can absolutely do that. So you can actually set this up next round if you want. But Dave's kind of already there. If you want, you could jump inside. Dave's already big enough that he's fine.
I mean, you tempt me, but he's gonna hit it harder, and I can like give some extra juice.
This thing is also not nearly as big as Dave is right now.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I got bigger.
All right. Okay. Don't twist my arm.
I just found what I want to do for sure. Sorry, because I realized it.
Okay, So
Oh.
Megan, you what?
I headcanon that it is me and Mr. Cyber piloting this thing like co-op style, like in that one movie. Oh my god, Pacific Rim. Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
that's what's going
cool.
on right now.
Back in there. All right. Cool. Done. All right. So, Doug, what did you want to do?
I was just looking through the powers book. Energy vampirism. I can drain the energy and convert it into extra strength, endurance, psyche, or other powers. I want to use that to and send the energy to Bulwark, so he's stronger and has like better endurance and stuff. Since he's
Sending. Who are you sending it to? I didn't hear that.
Bulwark.
Doug.
So I want to
Okay.
I want to drain his system's powers and be able to like send it to Bulwark. That's my intention.
Okay. You
He's
can take
taking
100 points of that. So he will lose 100 points of energy just like that. It's not unnoticeable, but he realizes something is going on. And there will be.
Yeah, come on, chat.
Second
Oh, here we go.
round.
Fraginator. Yeah, attacked me with the special grenade we talked about. 87. I don't know.
Second round on Doug. Go. Dave, you have an extra 100 points added to your endurance.
Okay. So, saying that a physical contest with this guy isn't going to be the best thing, I'm going to tap into the hammer.
Okay.
To reconstruct matter. And I just touch a spot on his chest and from just radiate rust from there on out. I just want to start, deteriorating.
The oxidization of Unicron. All right. Cool. So you hit him, and okay, I'll say that since it is matter conversion, I'll say that it will absolutely work in space. And there's absolutely no scientific reason why it would. And there will be a huge patch of darkening, like black darkening, on his chest plate, and he'll look down and say, "What madness is this?" Now, mind you, he's got massive amounts of body armor, so it's going to take a while to do that, and you don't have this massive amount of body armor. So he's going to reach out and he's going to grab your face. Not the best grab, but it's definitely not a miss. It's in the green. You can't really miss.
Yeah, that's kind of hard.
But he grabs your face.
Can I attempt a dodge or block?
You can attempt to block or break free, yes.
Okay, I will attempt to block. Ooh, that is a 16.
Yeah. Drop that from class 5,000.
And block is based off of strength, though, right?
Yes, it is.
So that is a good thing. So that is a -4 column shifts.
So shift Y.
So it's a shift Y block.
So he still hits. He's still got your face. You go to smack it, but he's already got that grip. You hit it, and his thumb is already locked under your jaw. So what do you call it? Yeah, you just kind of put your hand in his face. You're getting ready to try to rip off, but he's also going to release an energy blast. This energy blast is going to do 500 points of damage. Now, mind you, you still got the hit points from your added strength. Not from your fighting, but from your added strength. So reduce, and from your added endurance.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is generosity, but you realize that he's generating more power for another blast.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
Megan.
Yes.
Dave's not doing so good, and you have a giant robot.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, it's only about the size of, like, if you're standing next to him on a surface, you'd be up to his kneecaps. But it's big enough.
Okay. So the smart thing to do would be to think this out, but I think I'm just going to tackle him to give Doug a minute to regroup himself. Because that is very much not the me thing to do right now, and I really feel like unpredictability is going to be more important here for a moment.
Okay. So where do you want to attack? How do you want to attack?
I am just going to straight up tackle this thing. I'm going to calculate in my mind the best place for me to hit this ball so that it rolls away from Dave, so that Dave can get some space and do his Dave thing. And I rolled an 89.
Just getting Karnak up on this.
And end. Okay, so it looks like nobody's really doing anything to you, buddy.
To me?
Doug.
Yeah, there was a couple things. There was I put it in the chat. It was earlier. I don't know if he meant talking to you. It said it was from Fraginator. He says attacking with a special grenade we talked about, and then Lavoyer also said he was just swarming me, but he wasn't sure what to roll.
I think Jeremiah was trying to attack me, but I don't think he realized I was in a giant robot.
Yeah, I specifically said attack on Doug. So
what is that grenade? Is that something he talked to you about? A grenade?
He did, but that was a while ago, Frags. I really don't remember exactly what that was supposed to be. So if you could just put that in the chat, please.
Well, he did roll an 87, and then Lavoyer was just kind of ramming me with a bunch of antibody things. So
nice.
So, what do you need me to roll? Dodge? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Megan, what part of him were you attacking?
Okay, so I did some calculations and figured out the best place to attack this ball to make it roll away from Dave as far as possible, so that Dave has a minute to regroup himself and then like do his attack thing and not get hit again.
You want to hit him in the arm joint so maybe he loosens his grip?
Yeah, that's probably the best plan.
So I got a yellow dodge, which is -4 CS to whatever their attack. What you said was remarkable.
I believe it. Yes, remarkable. Okay, Megan, you are able to make him lose his grip. He's going to drop -4 column shifts in strength for Dave's next pry bar.
I'm gonna guess it's.
I manifest a deodorant stick as long as I'm under here.
So I would be slammed. What is a slam? It just pushes you back. Is that what that is?
Exactly. Did you get slammed in the white or in the?
In the yellow.
Yeah.
And I would
so
take
you just
damage.
get staggered.
Oh, okay. And you take the damage too, right?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Okay. So 30, but I have my energy, so it'd be 10.
Okay. And if he's as antibodies, then he no longer has to roll to grapple onto you. He now has you in antibodies. He can actually start entering you and becoming a virus.
Oh, no.
To try and actually take away your life. So you're going to start losing 30 hit points, sans body armor, per round. You got to figure a way to get him off of you.
Okay. I'll do that while you're resolving all the other stuff. And Fraginator's grenade was a sentient neoprene that covers electricity to keep it insulated.
That's right. Yeah, he specifically made something to go after you.
Okay.
He was not clowning around.
That's cool. That's cool. So let's see. I don't think you can really dodge a grenade, right?
No, you absolutely can.
Would it be evading? I guess it'd be dodging. Yeah.
However you want to do it.
I'll try to dodge, and I'm gonna add karma ahead of time on this one. I'm gonna add 50 karma.
Yeah.
Sounds
you try and
really
dodge
nasty.
behind something. You try and jump on the ground. That's not going to prevent you if you're in the kill zone, but that's a 5-foot kill radius. But if you're outside that 5-foot kill radius,
Unicron's not really electrical charge, so it's not going to even do anything to him. He's energy powered, so yeah, I'll just add 50 to my dodge roll. It was unexpected too. I don't think I would have anything fancy to stop it. So that is 80. It's well over 100. But let's see. So what's the power of that thing? Like, what rank is it?
Oh, it doesn't matter. If you were able to dodge it, I'm going to say that it got shot at you. It hit a part of a wall, and you see it go. It flashes 3 colors or 2 colors before it turns pure red. You're like, that doesn't look good, and you're able to go around the corner really quick. It's gonna just set out these nanites. Like it's so thick that you actually see the swarm of nanites and just
Oh wow.
out there. I'm going to have some fun with this, though.
Sure.
And I'm going to allow Fraginator to keep on rolling his agility to hit.
Okay.
That's at remarkable 30. Because since they are nanites, I'm going to say there is an AI program, so it could keep coming after you.
All right.
I'm going to allow that to run for 5 or less rounds.
I'll keep
So that's a
I'll keep
reroll.
track of that.
It's a freaking reroll. Exactly 5. As opposed to 8 and 9. Why do I always roll high like that? Anyway.
Yeah, I'll keep track of that for you.
You could have just
So, awesome. Thank you. Say that again, Dave?
you could have just halved it. That's a D5.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, so boom. You're plus what are you? I'm gonna half a 9. Okay, 4.5 rounds. Do you get the better or the worst of that round? Do we round up or down? That's like the biggest player complaint with the DMG. Wait, do I round up or down? Come on, let me round down.
All right, I'm going to spend 100 karma to do a power stunt once again.
Okay.
That I've done before. I look at his hand, like, you know, gripping my face. I see the energy building up once again, and I kind of like my body sags a little bit, and I'm like, this is going to be bad for everybody, but I can't let this monstrosity destroy the earth. I phase, spin my body around, and totally like match up my form to his form, and then I unphase. And I will spend 200 karma. Or 199, however you want to say it.
The meta me is like, Dave, with your D&D knowledge, you should know that you'll take force damage and be shunted to the nearby square.
Yes, but this is Marvel, and Marvel is way different.
Okay, this is going to, yeah. Okay, wow. Just make an agility roll to be able, no, fighting. Fighting or agility, your choice. I think you're going to want to use fighting, though.
Yeah, I'll use fighting.
To contort your body to exactly the position that he's in right now.
All right, I will totally drop some karma on that. Because, you know, we have it. Why not? All right, I'll drop 50 karma. That is, it's a good thing, too. That is a 66.
Okay. Off the charts. You align pretty much perfectly. And that is how you will stay. Because, yeah, you solidify. And I'm going to
but I'm inside here.
Add up your damage. Yeah. You're going to do a lot of damage in your death throes to him. But it's not enough to kill him. But I'm going to say that he drops to half what his full health would have been. And he's already at less than full health. So you do significant amount of damage to him as you kind of see literally through his eyes. It's like a Jeepers Creepers moment. And yeah, let's have some fun with it. I'm even going to say that his eyes, because this is like the coolest part of the movie, right? His eyes just kind of boom, and like the smoke just billows out and then dissipates, you know, soon afterwards. But he's hurt bad. You are dead, however, unfortunately. Doug, you were in him when he solidified.
I do have amazing danger sense, and
so
I don't know if that would help. If that would help me, I would phase. I would use phasing if I could, if I had the time.
Okay.
That would be my dream scenario.
You are taking 30 points of damage at this time and trying to avoid a nanoswarm that you know will take you out. So I'll say you can make a roll. You have to get into the yellow.
Okay. And I'm not going to add karma because I want it to be legit.
I was going to say you're not going to be allowed to add karma, but awesome.
Come on.
I love the way you get into character like that.
6.
So Doug,
bye, cruel world.
Nice knowing you. So, Dave, even in your death, you're also going to lose all your karma because you just killed Doug.
Is that what the pool too?
Say again.
But we saved the world, man.
Yes, it kills the karma pool.
Oh, okay.
Good point, Dave. Take an extra 10 karma points. Oh wait, you're dead.
Hey, so, but we saved the world, man. I can.
Oh,
not yet. He's only half.
Oh.
He's a little bit more than half. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
There you go. Yeah. Megan,
Sorry, Motherbacks.
You can tell the surprise. Mother Boss screams out, "Duh!"
Oh. Oh.
Oh, that laugh actually hurt. Megan, you can tell Cyber's surprise. Like it's almost as shocking as her own.
Would Motherbacks have been killed, or would it have escaped? Damn.
No, she would never leave you.
I was gonna say I can transfer my karma to her once a day. Take my karma. If I come back later, I might need it.
I take it. That wasn't supposed to
man,
happen.
That means Oxford comma is also dead. Oh my
Oh my
god!
God.
And Ty too. He was inside there with me.
A lot of the heroes, almost all the heroes are dead except for the majority of the Green Lantern Corps. Oh my god! You killed everybody, Dave.
Yes, we're starting.
Mr. Joker's like, yes, my plan worked perfectly.
Dave just became more evil than Mr. Cyber could ever be.
Yeah.
He was trying it.
He was trying. Okay, so Megs, Cyber looks at you, mostly through the circuitry, but he looks at you and he says, I just finished another trick.
All right.
You're able to, you know exactly what's going to happen. You put your hands together, form blazing sword.
Just cut him in half, man. Cut him in half.
Dun, 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 dun.
Can I add a green aura to that?
Oh, you absolutely may.
Yeah. I'm adding a green aura to that.
And
So,
a big green
question.
shield, in fact.
Having a solidified me in him is a metal statue basically that's 85 foot tall. Is that going to like hinder his movement?
Oh, his movement is hindered. Make no mistake. He's jacked. Also, Dave, I want to point out something that you just did that you accomplished that I've never seen accomplished before. You just one-shot the chat.
I didn't decide to do it.
It's like if you ever come back alive, all your karma comes back. That was awesome.
All right, now
Oh man,
give this thing the Roe Beast treatment, Megan.
there we go. You get one shot. Do not miss your chance.
Was she gonna
throw.
kill
This
Dave then?
opportunity
Or
comes once in a lifetime, yo.
All right.
Lose yourself, Megan. You gotta.
I was just
See if I can. Wait, hold on.
You're using it.
Whatever.
lose yourself in the music, the moment.
So I take it this is another like
owned
this
it.
is
You
for
gotta
real.
nail it.
There are no re-rolls, no karma,
I was
just
saying, it's
straight
so
up.
funny. A bunch of white guys trying to sing Eminem live.
I was just speaking the lyrics. I have no flow.
Sure. Anyway.
I only have
Okay,
flow
go
in the
ahead, Megan,
car or
sorry.
the shower.
86.
Okay.
As
what are
an
you waiting
86
for?
giant robot.
Mhm. Yes. What are you
Make
aiming for?
restaurant turn.
All right. Just like, yeah, straight down the center. Cleave.
Yeah, man.
Do it.
If you're gonna perform
Oh.
Blazing Sword, that's how you gotta do it.
Okay.
Unless you do the X.
Did you do that? Oh, okay. Then the
Right.
piece is just
Okay.
slide.
What's cool is he actually puts his hand up in front of you. But mind you, you're only up to his kneecap. So you're literally like flying all straight down the middle. But he doesn't have any defense against this. You go straight down his palm, his hand, straight down his arm, into across the shoulder, into the middle, and into the chest, straight down, boom. And he just, it's not able to go all the way through his torso because he's that huge. But he does kind of split open a little bit. And he says, no, my destiny.
That was a good impression.
Boom! He does blow up. Yeah, you take the brunt of that. And his head, yes, does go flying off. It's gotta. But in the chat, does it choose to orbit the Earth? Does it orbit Earth? Or does it become like another planet and
I
orbit
just
the
gotta say
sun?
that was a pretty good Orson Welles impression there for a moment.
Well, thank you.
Professor Bell.
So he his last movie that he ever made. So he
Was it?
yeah, it actually was. He died a couple of days after he did the recording for that.
Wow.
Absolutely. What do you call it? So so he splits apart and just boom. Megan, you do wind up biting it also. So Cyber's gone also. Whatever. It's cool. Ty's gone. Everybody's gone. And there's just some Green Lanterns looking around like, holy crap. What the hell? In fact, you know what? I'll say the Lanterns pretty much buy it too. That was a hell of an explosion. We know how big those explosions are. I didn't get a chance to watch season 3 yet, though. So, all right, boom. You guys and Unicron are all toast. An eyeless Unicron orbiting the Earth. Oh, it orbits the moon? If it orbits the moon, the Earth is toast. Sorry, buddy. I'm not going to let that happen, Frags. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, no. Okay, so anyway, you, let's see. Yeah, because it's about the size. So we'll say the Earth now has 2 moons. So you guys see nothing but a white light. And then you see a stairwell. But the stairwell goes down. And you're thinking, how bad were we?
Oh, no, this is about right. I'm just going to walk down that stairwell. I've always known I was going to hell.
So, are we there together?
Yes. Yeah, you guys are all there together.
I'm going to slap Dave in the shoulder and be like, man, you killed me!
I thought it was going to save
awesome.
the Earth.
It's cool, man. We've been dead before.
That's true.
It's true.
Okay, so you guys go walking down, and
Oh, is Cyber here?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm gonna say no. Cyber's not there.
Well, that's probably good. I mean, it seemed like Professor Bill turned the corner, so maybe he's back there in the world of the living doing some good. That's how I like to think, anyway. Teaching people about comics.
Teaching people about comics. And he gets his inspiration to open up Comic Book University on YouTube.
Yeah.
Tuition free. So, wow, that was my big turning point. Amazing. So, you 3 walk down, and Ty, you guys walk down into the basement, and it smells like cigar smoke. And it's just this big basement. And no, it's not the Nerdarchy basement. Rather, it's a different kind of basement. And there's a drawing board. And sitting at the drawing board is this older guy puffing on a cigar.
Ah, wow, the king!
He doesn't look up at you guys, but he knows that you're there as he's sketching. And it looks like he's drawing a really cool sketch of Fantastic Four issue. And yes, it is the King, Jack Kirby. And
I thought you were going to say he was drawing Unicron exploding.
Yeah, that's what I was...
No, I'm going to say that he's drawing the first appearance of Galactus.
Okay.
And he says, so this is that time. You guys have a safe trip here?
Well, as safe as one can expect.
Yeah.
Any disorientation right now?
Hello?
Hello? He says, are you guys hungry? And he calls up, Roz, bring down some sandwiches, will you?
Oh, wow. This is quite an honor, Mr. Kirby, I must say.
It's not that big of a deal. In
I
fact,
could definitely...
There's some kids sitting downstairs. He and Roz were actually very welcoming, and they would let kids come over and meet their hero, sit down, watch him draw, talk. He would answer as best he could. They could use the pool outside. Roz would say during the summertime, make sure you bring your swimming pants. She would always make a sandwich before they went down for them so they could eat. Yeah. Dave, sorry, you were saying?
No, I just said I can always eat.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Okay. So he says, so how do you feel about what just happened?
Well, I mean, if we ended up saving people and getting to meet all the heroes and things that you created over the years, I feel like that was a life well spent, I guess, if that was the end of it.
I feel a little like Alice right now.
Pretty much the best way to wrap it up. I can't see topping it.
Say it again.
That's pretty much the best way to wrap that lifetime up. I can't see topping it.
Oh, that's the thing about the comics. Nobody stays dead, except for Uncle Ben. He has to stay dead. Spider-Man loses meaning if Uncle Ben is back alive running around. But hey.
Could you believe it? They even brought Bucky back, Jack.
Yeah, but I'm kind of happy with the way that they pulled that off. I was pretty impressed. Anyway. So, yeah, maybe you guys won't have time to stick around to stay for a sandwich, but by all means, the comics never end. The comics can't end. Heck, it's the great American novel that never stops giving. So, if you guys are okay with it, I'm going to write you back in. Any questions?
Yeah, can you write me back to where I belong?
Absolutely, Dave.
That's awesome. As fun as superpowers are, I
Megan?
still miss the wife and kids.
Megan, Doug?
That's a tough call, Mr.
I'm going to tell you
Kirby.
straight up. Ty, I was on a binge to have Ty smoke a cigar with every cigar smoking person out there. So he absolutely lights one up with the king. He missed this one. He's going to be so pissed.
So what about
So,
you, man? Doug? What do you and Ty? What are you guys gonna do?
Man, I kind of want to hang out here for a little bit, if that's all right.
I am obviously
I don't know.
very torn.
Yeah. Say again, Meg?
I am obviously very torn.
I guess I would want to go back home just because, as much as I enjoy your worlds and the things you created, I belong there, and I'd like to enjoy them for what they're worth rather than be a part of them and be in danger.
So Megan, does Josh know if superpowers are on the table, he's out?
We've had this conversation. I told him I'd find a way to bring him over. I am brilliant.
Yeah, that's
I
a good
am like
conversation.
one of the smartest things in the multiverse right now. I will find a way to figure this out. I really don't want to go home.
You could
Okay,
come
so
to
Doug,
Mr.
you-
Sacker by kidnapping people and dragging them into this alternate.
I know. I promised, and that is what is making me hesitate.
Doug, you actually want to go home? I thought your original plan was not.
Yeah, but it's cool to read about all these heroes, but I don't think I'm cut out for that. And like I said, to be honest, I would like to just hang out here in his basement for a little bit, and then go back home, I guess.
Look,
Understood. But
I like
heroes don't
this.
get to stay in heaven.
I was like, yes, the website is not going to be totally trash.
Actually,
Get back into-
in continuity, when we began this adventure, I was just a mere weekly staff writer.
Oh no.
In the real world.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Doug, you do get to hang out for a little while. You do get to have that sandwich.
I basically just would like to meet Raz because she's the inspiration for one of my favorite comic characters ever. Big bird.
Yep. Okay, so you do get to meet her. Everybody gets to meet her. You guys get to sit down and eat a nice, I don't know, liverwurst sandwich.
Pastrami and Ray.
There you go. I don't know if the open face room was made at the time, so that would be my choice. So yeah, you guys get to hang out for a while, and then Dave, you do get to go back with your family. Nerdarchy is back in order. Yeah, everything is kind of as you were hoping, and you do, as you're sitting down one day, writing for Nerdarchy, you do drop your pen as you try to write down some notes for a live game that you're running, and you go to reach for it, and as it's falling, it slows its speed just long enough for you to be able to catch it before it hits the ground. Huh. Doug, you will eventually go back home, but you're going to take the scenic route, and you're going to hang out with the Silver Surfer.
Wow.
And you're going to explore the galaxy for a while. You'll get to visit the New Gods, hang out with everybody. You actually get to spend a day, learn a couple of tricks.
Oh, nice.
Before you go home. Since he gives everybody a costume, he'll give you one also. And you'll get reunited with Mother Box.
Oh, cool. Glad you're okay, Mother Box.
I'm glad you're okay too, Doug. So yeah, ping, 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 and you can revisit anytime you want.
Ooh.
And Megan, first off, as for Ty will kind of ride off into the horizon on a totally badass motorcycle with his flames on his head, just melding into the sunset. And Megan, you will return back to the Marvel Universe, but you're going to be in a macroverse of sorts, kind of like a macroverse, a microverse, and the standard primordial verse. And you're going to stand in front of this giant creature who seems to not be there, but he's also everywhere, and he's made out of the universe, stars, planets, everything, everywhere. And you know him as Eternity. He is the living embodiment of everything in the multiverse. It's actually Eternity Prime, so not even one of the individual universe Eternities. And he says, Megan, or Trivia, are you ready to take your place amongst the cosmos as a concept?
Frick yes.
Basically, you understand that you've surpassed mortality in every way imaginable. And you can become the way that the powers work, the higher entities work in the Marvel Universe is that they are actually concepts. So it's not about defeating them. They're ideas manifest into a form that we can understand. So they don't actually have any regular physical form. They're more than that. So the idea is that Mistress Death is the embodiment of all things that die eventually. All the different demons like Hela for the Norse mythology, Mephisto for the Earth realms, all of them, Hades, Pluto, and all of them. When souls die, they get to collect the souls, but she collects death as it is. She's the sister of Eternity who's talking to you now. She's there. The Stranger is there. The Eternals, not the Eternals, the Elders of the Universe are there. Infinity, Master Order, Lord Chaos, the In-Betweener, Galactus himself. And Galactus is actually golden. He's the life bringer at this point. He doesn't destroy anymore. Yeah, if you guys would have summoned Galactus, he absolutely would have helped, and it would have been a pretty badass battle. But he's inviting you to be a cosmic entity of the questions and answers. So yeah, absolutely, you could bring your fiance over. You could bring your dog over. I think that's probably even more important because I know dogs. Yeah, and you will be a higher entity in the Marvel Universe.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, that's kind of where I was going with the advanced RIP skills. So, boom, that is the end of season 1 for the Marvel Face Rip game. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Hey, Kyle S.
Yep.
What happened to
Kyle just
him?
showed up. What's up, brother?
What happened to him?
Okay, Kyle.
It's a mystery.
Kyle, I will say, no, let's give Kyle. Kyle was a part of this. He was a huge part of this. Kyle, using his powers, and at one point he goes back and finds the that guy who he gave that virus to, and the guy actually finds him in the roots of Yggdrasil, and they have a tremendous battle down there. And at one point, he's able to reabsorb that parasite that he'd infected this guy with, which was actually half of his powers. He didn't realize it when he'd done it. So he bonds with it, and he makes a new life form, becomes a new life form. He actually becomes a non-symbiotic Clintdar, which is the Venom symbiote, but he doesn't have to be a symbiote. He is his own entity in and of itself. So he now becomes a universal Justicar on Earth, and he can absolutely go Space Knight if he chooses and all that good stuff. So yeah, Kyle S. winds up becoming one of the greatest heroes or villains, who knows, depends on his mood, in the Marvel Universe.
He flips a coin.
Yeah. Hangs out with Two-Face all the time. And all of the heroes get brought back, and Earth now has a new satellite, a new moon, in the form of Unicron. Once in a while, if you look closely enough, you will see the ghost of a MiG, a twin-engine MiG, sometimes called Starscream. And yeah, so again, that's the end of season 1. I am hoping that we're going to have a season 2 pretty soon, but I'm going to leave that completely to Dave, where whoever is playing will genuinely make new characters, not yourselves, because come on.
You already did
And
that.
that's really it. That's what I've got. Anything from you guys?
I want to thank everyone for watching, throughout all the episodes. I want to thank you guys for playing, and of course, most of all, thank you, Bill, for running a great game. So we
for sure.
We are working on season 2. We have some plans, some ideas. Season 2 is actually going to be, it sounds like it's going to be much bigger than season 1. So that should be interesting for us to get that going on. So I'm definitely excited about the prospects.
Yeah, me too.
I said chat, but that goes away with the thing. So I just wanted to say it was an awesome adventure. Thank you, Bill. We got cool powers. We get to redeem the villain. I got a mother backs. We got to meet the king of comics, and I got a tour of the universe from Norrin Rad. So that couldn't have been any cooler for me. So thanks. That was awesome.
If you would have chosen to stay, I would have made you the new Herald of Galactus. He actually needs one. If you ever come back, the option's on the table.
Yeah, I got my mother backs back in the real world. So
you got options.
Yeah. But thank you.
If he's the life bringer, what does he need heralds for now?
To find planets that he had destroyed in a previous life to bring life back to them.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep. To help dying civilizations, all that good stuff. He's trying to make amends for all that he did when he was the Devourer.
Ah, nice.
Pretty cool.
So with that, we'll wrap it up. And thanks, everybody, as usual. And until next time, stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.